Good morning. Happy Monday. Today's video is for April 27th, Monday, and we are going to be reviewing some stuff, talking about some new time stuff and math. Super fun. So I hope everybody had a great weekend and got lots of sunshine and had fun. I built a water feature, a big water fountain in my yard. I'll send pictures later. What else? The goats are eating from my hands now and are climbing on my leg to get to me. They don't really know about me petting them so much, but they know that I bring them treats, so that's exciting. Anything else? We built a barn for the goats, so that was exciting. So I'm gonna have to get out there and video some stuff and send it to you guys. So anyway, let's get right back into school view.
Talk about prefixes, okay? So remember, a prefix is something that comes at the beginning of a base word. So our prefixes we talked about are un and dis. They mean not, and sometimes they are the opposite of what the base word is, okay? So remember, when we blend with our prefixes, I'm going to use both my fingers to go right underneath the whole prefix, okay? So our first word, ready? Undress. 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 You have to undress before you jump in the bathtub. Unhappy. Unhappy. I hope you are not unhappy at home. Okay, next one. Dislike. 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 I dislike being away from you guys. I don't like it. We're going to put those together. Disapprove. Disapprove. I disapprove of you being naughty at home. I don't approve of it. I don't like it. Okay. Next row. Unclip. 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 And disown. 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 If you own something and you don't want to own it anymore, you might then disown it. Okay, so that's one that means the opposite. Untie. 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 If you untie your shoes, they're easier to take off. All right, and then we have one sentence down here. I'll let you take a look. Remember, our underlined words are high frequency words, or words that you should definitely know. So take a second to look at those. And it's so hard to remember to give you think time and wait time while I'm videoing this, so I'll try and be patient. Are you ready, Freddies? Okay. First one, unpack. Unpack your books from the bag. All right, let's read it. Unpack your books from the bag. Unpack your books from the bag. Okay, that's our blending. Pretty quick. We aren't really technically supposed to have a worksheet today, but I'm going to move one of the day 3 ones to today. So I'm going to have you guys go ahead and do page 131 and 132, and it's just about our prefixes that we've done. So it has a little blip up here about prefixes, and it's read each word, circle the base word, and then draw a line under the prefix. So remember, we've only learned 2, un and dis, so you're looking for those in there. And then on the back, write the correct prefix to complete the word. So you're going to have to read your sentence first and think about which prefix makes sense in that. Okay? That's the worksheet. And we have some new vocabulary words. I'll go over those with you quick because you need to know them for your story you're going to read in just a minute. So we have the word patriotism, which is love that people feel for their country. So patriotism, or being patriotic. Okay. And then we have represent, means to stand for something. So we might be talking about what the flag represents in our country. What does that stand for? And then we have honor, which is to show respect to people who are admired or to things that are loved. So sometimes we show honor to a teacher by giving them employee of the month or a teacher of the month, or we have a student of the month, so we give them an honor or an award for that. Then we have salute, which means to make a sign of respect by moving your right hand to your forehead at an angle. So you guys have probably seen that in some movies, a salute. It's a very important gesture, a lot of times used in our military rankings. And then we have a few more. Let's go. Environment, we know what that one means, the community and areas around you. And then operate, to function or behave in a particular way. So how we operate in our classroom, we know our routines and our rules, so that's how we operate. And then the last word is exist, which is to be real or present, like you and I and your brothers and sisters and family and friends, we exist. We are here, present, you can touch us, okay? We exist. Dinosaurs do not exist anymore. They are not here and present, right? So those are your vocabulary words. I know it's difficult to picture them in your head, but they'll be in your story today, so think about that. And we're going to do something a little bit different with your story today. So this is your story, patriotism. Let's see where it's at. And you guys are going to look at that. It's on page 200 in the big orange book, the student anthology. And I'm going to have you guys do one of these, the know, want to know, and learned, KWL. All right, and you all should have gotten one of those in your packet. And so I want you to preview the story. Kids, we've done this before. When you preview, you're not reading the whole thing. You're just looking through it. You're looking for important facts and different things, checking out the pictures, maybe seeing who the characters are, things like that. So I want you to preview the story, and then I want you to jot down some things on this KWL. What are some things I already know? Okay. So there might be something like, I know the colors of the flag already. I know those are red, white, and blue, right? You know that. But what do you want to know? So why are our flag colors red, white, and blue? You know, if you don't know that already. And then you read it, read the story, and then you jot down what you learned. Okay, so then I can see you guys are actually reading and going through some steps to do this stuff that I'm giving you. Okay, so preview it, fill out the know and want to know part, and then go ahead and read it with your families and fill out the learned part of that. Okay, and then we also have the text connections, which is on page 216, I believe, of your student anthology. I want you to complete those text connection questions at the end of the story. And just look at those and see what they're talking about. And then I also have a journal entry for you. How do you show respect for your country or for the country? So what are some different ways that you can show respect for the country? Just a quick little journal entry, 2-3 sentences, something simple. We're doing a little more writing since we don't have that many worksheets to do, okay? And then I will be right back with math, and we're going to use our cool little clock. Hi guys again. So we're going to start talking about time to the hour, okay? Time to the hour. And I want you to just take a look at my clock, or if you have a clock at home, I want you to look at the face. This is called the face of a clock. And I want you to think about, what does it look like? What does it remind you of? What does it have in common with our math that we do every day? What's similar about it and different maybe? You got some things in your head? If we were in the classroom, I would be pulling names out of our jar or something, but we're not, so I can't do that. But I want you to keep thinking and maybe have a conversation with your parents or your friends or whoever you're around. What do you notice about the clock face that is similar? I see that our numbers go in the same order that they would. They go from smallest to biggest in a circle, right? Do you notice that? Is there anything else that you notice? Yeah, I see on my clock, your clock might not have this, but our minutes go in increments or sections of 5, okay? So each number represents 5 minutes in between them, okay? And we'll talk a lot more about that in a little while. Today we're strictly gonna focus on time to the hour. And this little short fat guy is the hour hand. And that's the most important one for today, is the hour hand. So we're gonna talk about where it points, and when the long hand is pointing at the 12, it's the o'clock on the hour, okay? In your workbooks though, it doesn't even have this minute hand on it yet, okay? The next 9.6 and 9.7 don't even have a minute hand on their clock. We're strictly on the hour hand, okay? So I want you to look at page 543 in your math book, and it wants you to write the unknown numbers. So you have a number line and you have a clock face, and it's going to have you write the unknown numbers on that, okay? So the numbers on the clock face are in order, and you move along them just like you would in a number line. Okay, so I'll have you do that one. And then if you look on page 544, it has you look at what number the hour hand is pointing at. So ignore my big minute hand, and we're just going to look at the hour hand. What number is it pointing at? 2. So it tells us it is 2 o'clock. Or you would write it like this. Oh. 2 o'clock. Okay? All right, and now if I move it, oh, and we don't want that one to move. All right, now which number is my hour hand pointing at now? 8. So it would be 8 o'clock. Okay? All right, and we got to remember our colons in there, okay? All right, that is our lesson with me. I have a video posted that is going to ask some questions throughout it. It's on the Ed Puzzle website. I've been using that a lot more because it gives me such great feedback. I can see how long you spend on it and who answers it and what time, and mainly I can just see who's actually watching videos and who's not, so it's nice. So there's a video on time on there with some questions, so you guys can complete that, and then I'll have you do the birds 9.6. And when I say birds, the kids should know exactly what that means, right guys? But for those of you parents that don't know, that's the interactive student edition, chapter 9, and then 9.6. And I will also post it in their things to do so that they can click on it from there, so you can get to it from either spot. So go ahead and do birds 9.6. And that is all that we have, okay? And for those of you that are unable to do the computer work on the birds, you can just continue in your math books and do page 545 and 546 also, okay? Instead of birds, if you want to choose to do that. That's all I have. Happy Monday. See you later.